Most people pay full price for business class. Others get lucky once in a while. But there's a small group of travelers who keep ending up in those seats without paying for them. Not luck, not guessing. They understand how upgrades actually work on Delta, United, and American, and they position themselves before the flight even starts. In the next 11 minutes, you'll learn what really controls your upgrade chances, why some travelers keep getting moved to the front, and which small decisions quietly determine who gets the offer and who never even gets considered. Stay till the end, because once you see this, you won't book flights the same way again. Number 10. The free loyalty program. Nobody joins. This sounds basic, but it quietly explains why so many travelers never even enter the upgrade conversation. A surprising number of people still fly without joining airline loyalty programs, which means every trip they take builds zero status, zero priority, and zero recognition inside the airline system. Even if you fly several times a year, the airline can still treat you like a first-time passenger every single time. Airlines like Delta, United, and American rely heavily on loyalty tiers when upgrades are assigned. Without status, you are usually outside the real competition from the start. Delta clearly outlines how status affects upgrade priority, but the part most people miss is that loyalty only works when it compounds. If you keep bouncing between airlines to save a little money, you keep restarting your progress. When you stay consistent, those flights begin turning into something much more valuable. Miles become status. Status becomes leverage. And leverage is what puts you closer to the front of the line. It may not feel like a trick, but this is the foundation everything else sits on. Number 9. The wrong ticket that blocks every upgrade. This is where many travelers eliminate themselves before the trip even begins. Choosing the cheapest fare feels smart in the moment, but sometimes it quietly removes every upgrade path later. Basic economy is the biggest example of this. On United, these tickets are completely ineligible for upgrades, whether paid, mileage-based, or complimentary. Delta and American use similar restrictions on their lowest fare classes, so even if premium seats are still open, you may be locked out completely. Think about how strange that is. Two people on the exact same flight, going to the same destination, leaving at the same time, yet one gets upgrade options and the other never does. The difference is not timing, it's not chance, it's the fare they bought. Paying a little more upfront can keep upgrade doors open all the way to departure. Most travelers only focus on the initial price, but they do not see the opportunities that cheaper ticket removes. And once that choice is made, there is usually no easy way back into the game. Now this is where things shift, because from this point forward, we're not talking about mistakes anymore. We're talking about advantage. Number 8. The last-minute upgrade window. Most people miss. Most travelers check their booking once after buying the ticket and then never look at it again. That one habit causes them to miss one of the most important upgrade windows. Airlines do not lock in upgrade availability early. They keep adjusting it as the flight fills, and some of the biggest changes happen within the final 24 hours before departure. By then, the airline has a much clearer picture of how many premium seats will go unsold. Instead of letting those seats stay empty, it may begin releasing upgrades or changing the upgrade offers passengers see. Travelers who understand this do not rely on one quick check. They keep watching their reservation as departure gets closer, because availability can shift fast and new opportunities can appear late. This is not a fluke. It is part of how airlines manage inventory in real time. Missing that window means missing one of the easiest moments to move up. And sometimes the difference between getting upgraded and getting nothing comes down to one simple thing: who bothered to look again? Number 7. The price drop nobody comes back for. After booking a flight, most people see an upgrade offer once, react to the price, and move on. If it feels too expensive, they ignore it and never revisit it. That is exactly where they lose ground. Upgrade pricing is dynamic, which means it can change based on demand, seat inventory, and how close the flight is to departure. As the departure time gets closer, airlines often lower upgrade prices to avoid flying premium seats empty. That creates a situation where the exact same seat can appear at very different prices depending on when you check. Travelers who go back into their booking often find a much cheaper offer later than the one they saw at the start. The real edge is not spotting the offer first. It is understanding that the first number is not always the final number. Experienced travelers treat upgrade pricing as something to monitor, not something to judge once. That small mindset shift can save real money and open opportunities most people assume disappeared. If you're starting to notice the pattern, this is exactly why some travelers always seem to sit in better seats. Number 6. The companion boost. Most people waste. Traveling with the right person can change your upgrade chances completely, but only if the booking is set up properly. On Delta, when an elite member books a flight with a companion on the same reservation, that companion can share upgrade eligibility. That creates a real advantage, especially for someone who does not have status on their own. But this is where people make the mistake that ruins it. They book separately. Even if both travelers are on the same flight, separate reservations usually means separate upgrade handling. The system does not automatically treat them as one unit, so one person may qualify while the other gets left behind. This is not about being lucky enough to travel with a status holder. It is about knowing how to structure the reservation so the benefit actually applies. Done correctly, one person's status can help both travelers. Done poorly, that benefit disappears before the upgrade list is even built. Number 5. The flight timing advantage nobody talks about. Not every flight gives you the same upgrade odds, even when the route looks nearly identical. Most people choose flights based only on schedule, but experienced travelers also think about who else is likely to be on that plane. Flights packed with business travelers usually attract long upgrade lists filled with high-status passengers, which makes moving up much harder. Less competitive flights often create better conditions. Midweek departures, very early flights, and late-night routes can have fewer elite travelers fighting for the same premium seats. The cabin may be the same, but the competition is not. And that changes the math before upgrades are ever processed. This creates an advantage most people never factor in. Airlines do not advertise it, but the pattern becomes obvious once you pay attention. Sometimes your upgrade chance is shaped less by what you do after booking and more by which flight you chose in the first place. If you travel even once a year, subscribe, because most people never understand this level of detail, and that's exactly why they keep overpaying. Number 4. The credit card tiebreaker. When upgrades get competitive, small details start carrying more weight than people realize. Sometimes two travelers are close enough in priority that the airline needs extra criteria to separate them. That is where certain credit card relationships can start to matter. Delta confirms that some credit card holders receive higher priority within their medallion tier. That means two passengers with similar status are not always standing on equal ground. One may quietly hold an extra advantage the other does not. Having the right card does not guarantee an upgrade, but in a system where only a few seats are available, tiebreakers can be the deciding factor. Most travelers never realize this is happening in the background, which is exactly why it keeps influencing outcomes without them noticing. Number 3. The stacking strategy. Frequent flyers use. This is where upgrades stop looking random and start looking predictable. Frequent travelers rarely depend on one single factor. They build stronger odds by combining several advantages at the same time: status, fare class, route choice, timing, and booking behavior all working together. Airlines like American make it clear that upgrade priority depends on multiple variables, not just one. That means the travelers who win most often are usually the ones improving their position at every step, not the ones hoping one trick will do all the work. Each individual factor may look small on its own, but once those pieces are layered together, they create a much stronger place in the system. From the outside, it can look like certain travelers are just unusually lucky. In reality, they are simply giving the airline more reasons to choose them. Now at this point, you're probably seeing the pattern. Number 2. The seat map signal used the right way. A lot of travelers look at the seat map and assume it tells them exactly how good their upgrade chances are. That is one of the most misunderstood parts of the process. Empty business class seats can make it seem like upgrades are likely, but airlines control upgrade inventory separately. So yes, you might see open premium seats and still get no upgrade at all, but that does not make the seat map useless, it just means it has to be read correctly. When premium seats remain open close to departure, it can suggest that the airline may soon change pricing, expand offers, or release more upgrade opportunities. The seat map should be treated like a clue, not a promise. On its own, it can mislead you, but when you combine it with timing and repeated booking checks, it becomes a useful part of a smarter strategy instead of a false signal. Number 1. The system that decides everything before you fly. This is the biggest shift in understanding upgrades. By the time you get to the airport, most of the important factors have already been set in motion. Airlines use structured systems to sort passengers long before boarding begins, and those systems reward travelers based on the decisions they made earlier. Delta clearly outlines that upgrade priority is shaped by factors like status, fare type, and overall engagement. United and American follow similar structured models. That means the gate agent is usually not creating magic at the last second. They are working within a system that was already ranking people long before they arrived. So upgrades are not random. They are not handed out just because someone asked politely. They are usually the result of earlier positioning, how you book, what ticket you choose, which airline you stay loyal to, and how carefully you monitor your trip all feed into that result. Once you understand that, the whole game looks different. You stop waiting for upgrades to happen, and you start setting yourself up for them.